game station. Well, traditionally, the host country of Commonwealth Games has demonstration sports. In Brisbane, it's our national game of Australian rules football. That will take place next Wednesday, and it's a replay of the VFL Grand Final between Carlton and Richmond. The other demonstration sport took place tonight at the Chandler Complex. It's table tennis. The commentators are Tim Lane and Noel Shorter, and we pick up play in the first game with Man Kuen Chiu. That's quite a mouthful, from Hong Kong, leading Australia's Robert Tuckett 11-8.
Australia.
4 points on serve then to Chiu.
8-13.
And he's getting on top. Tuckett trailing 8-13, first game of the first rubber.
Slight miscue that time by Chiu.
Well caught in the outfield by the youngster.
Slightest error by in the timing causes an apparently ridiculous mishit.
Good fight back by Tuckett. He's getting some pressure on. He's become more aggressive.
14-11, Hong Kong.
Chiu to serve. Handy lead. Well played. Great defence and then a fine attacking shot by Tuckett.
Tuckett's particularly strong on that fast play over the table. His reflexes are lightning fast, and he rarely misses when he's standing right up to the table like that.
15-12.
Two vital points in this first game. And Tuckett wins one of them in great style.
16-13.
16-13. This is a big point. Well played. And that gives Chiu the break he needs.
Australia.
Very clever service and what is known as a third ball attack combination there by Chiu.
13-18. (13-19).
What a rally. Well played, Chiu. He's got this first game wrapped up.
13-20.
There it is.
21.
First game to Chiu.
In the second game, Chiu
21-13.
still dominant, but Tuckett fighting back.
Good point for the Australian.
It's beautiful play that time by Tuckett. He really angled Chiu away from the table and forced the error.
14-10.
Lovely backhand.
11-14, Australia. (11-15). 11-16.
Chu is just so much stronger on both sides, and he's just waiting for the mistakes by Tuckett.
12-16. Let 12-16. Twelve 17.
So 17-13 to Chu. He will now serve. 4 points away from winning this first rubber.
17-14.
Surprising mistake by Chu that time. It was a rather loose return of service by Tuckett standards.
$18, 14.
Good smash.
18, 15.
Brave fight by Tuckett in the second game. It looked as if Chu was going to run away early.
Somewhat questionable service by Chu too. It is against the rules to stamp the feet as he is doing, but so far the umpire
15.
obviously doesn't consider it a distraction.
That was a loud one. Tuckett wins the point
16-19 Australia.
and will serve. 16-19. And that gives
16-20.
Chu match point.
Unfortunately, Tuckett doesn't seem to have realised that every forehand has gone into the net. He needs to make sure it goes over.
That's it.
Oh, that's
First rubber to Hong Kong. Chu Man Quinn beating Bob Tuckett 21-13, 21-16.
21-16.
Oh.
9-15.
He needs all the luck he can get. 9-15. Well played. Good wide save on the forehand.
15-10 Hong Kong. 16-10.
Unfortunately, his good retrieves of the last 2 points were spoiled by another simple error or two.
17-10. $18-10.
Now Vong running away with it. Fine aggression. And he's just 2 points away from the match.
19-10. $10-20 Australia. Let.
Game and match point. Much too good. Vong Yu Veng of Hong Kong defeats Paul Pinkowicz of Australia 21-9, 21-10. Third rubber is the women's singles between Lai Sao Lam of Hong Kong and Denise Milliken of Australia. Hong Kong ahead, 2 rubbers to nil.
Singles match, best of 3 advantage game.
And it's
between
Lai to
Hong
serve
Kong and
in the
Australia.
third rubber.
Hong Kong have won the toss and elected to serve in the first game. Love all.
Milliken left the forehand open then and paid the penalty.
Yes, anticipating the wrong way there. Interesting to note that all three members of the Hong Kong team play with a shake hand grip. This is rather unusual for Chinese players.
1-all.
Mostly they use the pin holder style.
1-2. 1-3. 3-2 Australia.
Good start, though, by Milliken, with the head just in front, 3-2, after seeing her male teammates beaten easily in the first two rubbers.
4-2.
This game was tight throughout. We now pick up play with the score 18-15.
18-16. 17-18 Australia.
Over 2 vital points, and now on serve. Chance for Denise Milliken.
17-19.
I think it's a risky way to play to serve the ball and smash the next return, but I think she has to do that because it's her only chance. Just to finish the rally very quickly.
So game point to Lai.
18.
One save by Milliken. First game.
The visitor from Hong Kong went on to win the second match 21-11. Next, the men's doubles. The first game went to Hong Kong. We pick up play in the second game with Australia leading 16-14.
Again, the Australians forcing the Hong Kong players away.
13-17 Hong Kong.
13-17.
Beautiful
shot.
passing shot, that one.
Chu.
14-17.
Again, Tuckett's steady play on the table making the difference. Beautiful flick forehander by Tuckett that time.
14-19.
No.
Oh, great shot by Chu that time. The most difficult shot to execute, that smash back from the table.
19.
They're still in trouble. 15-19. And now the Australians ahead 20-15.
Australia.
Serving is Tuckett for the second game. And that ties it up. Australia taking its first game of the night. Tuckett and Pinkowicz winning the second game in this men's doubles match, 21-15. The deciding game in the men's doubles. Tuckett serving for Australia. And the Australians winning the first point to get away on the right foot. They lost the first game, 18-21. They won the second, 21-15. And it's 1-1 in the third.
A little bit of a scrappy start in this third game, but I think the Australian boys will warm up to the task.
2-all.
Oh, lovely save on the forehand by Tuckett. Turned out to be a winner.
It seems like Paul Pinkowicz has decided to abandon his customary defensive game and open up the play with forehand topspin as much as possible. This appears to have unsettled the Hong Kong players a little bit. They were expecting the ball to be chopped back, but instead Paul Pinkowicz is rolling it back with topspin.
Yes, Tuckett putting away the winner, and the Australians getting away. Hong Kong pair down 2-6.
3.
Nice placement that time by Vong, angling the ball away from Bob Tuckett's forehand. Oh no, they couldn't capitalise on it that time. They had the opening, but the weak forehand smash by Paul Pinkowicz allowed the Hong Kong team back into the rally.
7-4. 7-5. 7-6. 7-0. 8-7, Hong Kong.
Well, it's unfortunate lapse losing so many points on the service there.
8-all.
Match evenly poised now, 8-all. Again, Tuckett's backhand placements working well there.
9-all. 11. 10-9, Hong Kong.
Oh, many tricks in the bag yet for Hong Kong. They brought out the high service there and 2 services in succession, different variations. Very difficult to pick.
Vong serving. And Chu missing with the attempted forehand winner.
I think he got all his spin back that time.
10-all. Tuckett.
Beautiful placement.
The Australians back in front.
11-10. 12-10.
Again, the Hong Kong players are angled away. Beautiful placement again by Tuckett. He's playing very well this doubles match.
13-10. 13-11. 12-13, Hong Kong.
Chu to serve.
Oh, beautiful flick forehand by Paul Pinkowicz.
12-14. 13-14.
Saved on the edge. My goodness.
Fine save, firstly by Pinkowicz, and
15.
Tuckett just catching the edge. Big point it was too for Australia.
Again, that backhand of Tuckett's.
14-15. 15 all.
So it's 1 game all, 15 all in the decider. Tuckett to serve for Australia.
16-15.
Notice too that the Hong Kong players are not risking to go away from the table. It's obvious that their coach has told them to stay up and play the game on the table. They're putting much more pressure on the Australian boys now and forcing easy errors.
(16-17).
The Hong Kong pair back in front. Every point crucial now.
Beautiful forehand that time by Paul Pinkowicz after another good opening by Bob Tuckett. Straight at the body. You can't get them back from there. That's very hard shot.
18-17, Hong Kong.
And
heavily favouring the Hong Kong players now with the last round of services.
Long serving.
Oh, bad luck.
19,
Brilliant recoveries
17.
in that rally from Tuckett.
19-17. Chu putting away the winner. And Hong Kong now just 1 point away from victory. That's it. Hong Kong winning very entertaining men's doubles. 21-18, 15-21, 21-17. Fifth rubber is the mixed doubles. Australia serving Denise Milliken and Paul Pinkowicz against Bong and Lai.
1-all.
Milliken serving to Lai.
1-2. 2-all.
Order of play is very important in the mixed doubles. Usually the advantage lies with the team where the man is playing against the lady player.
2-3. Hong Kong.
So the Australians in front. Now it's Lai serving to Pinkowicz.
3-all. Let 3-all.
Just got over. Second serve.
4-3. 5-3. 6-3.
Flashing forehand by Vong. And Hong Kong just edging ahead.
3-7. Australia.
Pinkowicz to serve. Australia down 3-7.
4-7. 4-8.
So far the Hong Kong pair too strong in this
9.
particular game.
4,
Denise Milliken
10.
having a lot of trouble to handle the topspin of Bong Yuving.
11-4. Hong Kong.
11-4. Open up a big lead.
12-4.
12-4 after Australia lead 3-2. And Milliken puts away a forehand. Vong picking it up, but it wasn't his ball.
$13-5. 14-5. 6-14. Australia.
6-14 on the change.
7-14. Let 7-14. 8-14.
Standing a little too far away that time, Lai.
8-15. 8-16.
Wild forehand by Milliken. Hong Kong players have this one well in hand.
16-9. Hong Kong. 16-10. 17-10. 17-11. 17-12. 13, 17.
Good fight back
Australia.
by the Australians. Looked as if they were going to surrender this first game fairly meekly, but now 13-17.
14,
And they're
17.
back in it.
Nice backspin by Milliken that time.
14, 18.
Lovely smash by the
15,
Tasmanian.
18. 16,
Another one.
18.
This point would make it really interesting. And the
18,
Australians have won it. Hong Kong to serve at 18-17, and you wouldn't have believed this 3 or 4 minutes ago. Hong Kong looking to tighten up now.
Bad
19,
luck just out
17.
that time.
19-17. Vong to Milliken.
20, 17.
Unlucky that time too.
So game point.
20, 18.
Two save.
20, 19.
Pretty strong backspin on those returns by Milliken.
Well done, Pinkowicz. 20 all.
And he really laid into that forehand chop.
Australia.
First to lead by 2. And the Australians now hold a game point.
This is a big surprise.
20, 21. Hong Kong.
Lai serving to Pinkowicz. And Australia wins the first game. Tremendous effort. Australia wins 22.
And the Australians went on to win the mixed doubles when they won the second game 21-12. Now the reverse men's singles. Chu and Paul Pinkowicz. We pick up play with the visitor leading 8-5.
8-6. I think Paul has to come into the attack as much as possible in this match to break up the rhythm of Chu.
6-9, Australia.
6-9. Chu just finding the end of the table. Surprised Pinkowicz, I think.
6-10.
Looked as if he was expecting it to go over.
Very short, crisp stroke by Chu. His forehand very difficult to pick the
7-10.
direction of it.
Seven, 11.
Rushed that smash.
Seven, 12.
Good rally. Chu, too good.
13-7, Hong Kong. $13-8. 13-9. Left. 13-9. 14-9. 14-10.
Nice solid chop long on the table that time from Paul Pinkowicz. Unfortunately, not enough of them at this stage, and Chu still seems to have full control.
11-14, Australia. $11-15. 12-15.
Interesting that over the last few points, Paul Pinkowicz has now reduced Chu to a lifting game rather than a
13-15.
fast flicking game, and it'll be, I think that will be much to Paul Pinkovich's advantage if he can hang in there now.
13-16. Fault. 17-13, Hong Kong.
Couldn't have picked a worse time to pull that out. Chu, 17-13.
18-13.
Well played on the forehand by Pinkovich. And there's the Pinkovich defensive game at its best.
18-15. $15-20 Australia.
So Chu a point away from taking the first game. He wins the game 21-15.
Chu went on to win the second game 21-8. Now the other men's singles between Vong and Rob Tuckett. We pick up play in the second game with Vong leading 13-5.
Very well, and waited for the right one to punch the ball hard. My goodness. He's decided to turn it into an exhibition.
13-6. Australia 7-13.
It's a bit better for Tuckett. But a long, long way to go. This man's well in control.
7-14.
So crisp, that backhand, it's really something.
7-15.
Rolled one way, then the other. Finally, Vong says it's mine.
Australia 7-15.
7-15.
8-15.
Drop shot that time by Bob Tuckett. Well played.
9-15. Split. Split. Hong Kong 16-9. 16-10. 16-11.
Tuckett coming back into the game a little, but I think it's too late.
Hong Kong 16-11. 16-12. 17-12. 13-17. 14-17.
Good fighting effort by Tuckett. Now back in this second game. 14-17.
14-18.
Beautiful placement that time by Vong. Changed the pace there when he needed the point.
$14-19.
Gain a slower point, forcing Tuckett into error.
Fault 14-20.
Gives the man from Hong Kong, match point, 14-20.
21.
And that's the end of it. It's the end of the test match. Gong Yu Veng of Hong Kong beats Bob Tuckett of Australia 21-7, 21-14 to give Hong Kong a victory
Match to Hong Kong,
in the
2
match
games to nil,
by 6 rubbers to 1.
14.
Well, a very entertaining test match. Hong Kong far too strong, particularly in the singles department. Australia did match them well in the doubles, but in the singles, Hong Kong too sharp, too fast, and overall too strong.
So please hold on.
But nevertheless, a very entertaining
Don't go
match.
away, because we need...
Well, table tennis, one of 2 demonstration sports at these 12th Commonwealth Games. Incidentally, table tennis had its origins in the 19th century, and those inventive players used cigar box lids as bats, an old table, they had books as the net, and they used champagne corks as the ball. I wonder if they drank the champagne before the match. The other demonstration sport is Australian rules football. That will take place next Wednesday at the Brisbane Cricket Ground, and the game is between Carlton and Richmond, so a replay of that tremendous VFL Grand Final.